In the mid-1980s, the world of cinema witnessed a massive transformation of a character. What began as a grounded, somber story about a veteran's struggle in the first film evolved into a high-octane, politically charged epic in Rambo: First Blood Part 2. This sequel didn't just break the box office, it created a blueprint for the modern action hero, blending explosive spectacle with a deep sense of national redemption. The story centers on John Rambo, who is recruited from a labor camp by Colonel Samuel Troutman for a mission that is as dangerous as it is deceptive. His objective? Return to Vietnam and confirm the existence of American POWs. However, the mission is overseen by Marshal Murdoch, a bureaucrat who wants the reconnaissance to fail so he can avoid a political scandal. Rambo is ordered to only take pictures, but his instincts as a soldier and his encounter with local agent Cobal drive him to take direct action. After being abandoned by his own government and captured by Soviet-backed Vietnamese forces, Rambo escapes and wages a one-man war to bring the forgotten soldiers home. The movie concludes with Rambo's iconic demand for his country to love its soldiers as much as they love their country. The film was brought to life by a powerhouse team. Sylvester Stallone returned to the role of John Rambo, while Richard Crenna provided the necessary gravitas as the only man Rambo truly trusted. Charles Napier played the duplicitous Murdoch, and Steven Berghoff stood as the cold Soviet antagonist, Lieutenant Colonel Podolsky. Julia Nixon played Cobal, the agent who provided the emotional heartbeat of the film. Behind the camera, George P. Cosmatos directed a screenplay that was a unique collaboration between Stallone and a young James Cameron. Cameron had written the initial draft, but Stallone heavily revised it to lean into the political themes that would eventually define the Reagan-era action genre. Financially, the movie was a phenomenon. On a budget of approximately $25.5 million, it became a global juggernaut, grossing over $300 million worldwide. It was the second highest-grossing film of 1985 in the United States and the third highest-grossing globally. It was a pioneer in the industry, becoming the first Hollywood film to release in more than 2,000 theaters simultaneously, fundamentally changing how studios approached blockbuster releases. The production was a saga in its own right. Despite the Vietnamese setting, the film was primarily shot in Acapulco, Mexico, and Thailand. The production team faced extreme weather, including a hurricane that destroyed several sets. On the day the storm hit, director Cosmatos was forced to shoot the famous gear-up close-ups in a hotel room. To achieve the murky, brown look of the torture pits, the crew actually mixed massive amounts of instant coffee into the water. Additionally, the film was dedicated to stuntman Cliff Wenger Jr., who tragically lost his life during an explosion sequence. When it came to awards, the film's legacy was complicated. It was respected enough on a technical level to receive an Academy Award nomination for Best Sound Effects Editing. However, it also became a favorite target of the Razzie Awards, winning Worst Picture, Worst Actor, and Worst Screenplay. This contrast highlights the film's polarizing nature. While critics often dismissed it as over the top, the public embraced it as an anthem of resilience. Today, Rambo: First Blood Part 2 is remembered not just as a sequel, but as the movie that turned Rambo into a global icon of strength and a symbol of the soldier who refuses to be left behind.